Mr. Speaker, H.R. 5041, the Safe Disposal of Unused Medication Act, is a bipartisan, common-sense bill that simply allows trained hospice personnel to dispose of unused medications in a patient's home once the patient has passed away. For patients in hospice care, opioid medication can be effective in alleviating pain associated with the end-of-life care. Unfortunately, current DEA regulations restrict visiting home hospice personnel from disposing of leftover medication after the patient has passed away. As a result, hospice staff must leave behind dangerous medications that have a high risk for diversion or misuse. In my home state of Michigan, we've seen some real challenges with the diversion and misuse of leftover medications that have contributed to opioid crisis. Earlier this year, the Energy and Commerce Committee heard testimony that just one hospice caring for 2,000 patients per year might be leaving behind tens of thousands of pills in need of disposal each year. According to the CMS, 1.4 million Medicare beneficiaries were enrolled in hospice care in 2016. This means hospice workers across the country are potentially leaving huge quantities of unused medication in a home after a patient's death. Mr. Speaker, we must act to curb the diversion of these powerful prescriptions. We know that tragically many people begin the cycle of addiction through the misuse of prescription medication. Hospices and hospice personnel could play a key role in stopping that cycle before it begins by ensuring powerful drugs are disposed in a responsible manner once they are no longer needed by the intended patient. I would like to thank the chairman of the committees, the staff, and all of the others for hard work in getting this common sense bill on the floor today, as well as my good friends, Representative Debbie Dingell, who worked closely with me on this legislation, Representative Richard Hudson, as well, for their support on this important legislation. Again, I urge my colleagues to support H.R. 5041, and I yield back.